If you sell trademarked goods on Etsy, chances are you will eventually get banned. Here's a great example. New York Rangers. This person does not have the legal right to sell NHL apparel. This is just a matter of time before they get banned. Here's another shirt. This is Lionel Messi, a very famous football player. This person does not own the trademark or the likeness to use Lionel Messi's likeness for selling t-shirts. This is a ban waiting to happen. Here's a vintage Detroit Lions shirt. You can tell this is print on demand because they've got a whole bunch of different sizes and they've got a whole bunch of different colors. So this is being printed on demand. This is actually violating two trademarks, both the NFL and Disney. So this is just a lawyer's nightmare thinking that you can sell these on Etsy. Things don't seem to get any easier when you're on Etsy. You type in hockey t-shirt, for example, there's well over 1,000 items. In fact, it could be tens of thousands or even 100,000 different products. So competitive. You're violating trademark. What is happening here? Well, hold on. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 niches that are completely legal and that take advantage of the sports enthusiast in all of us. So if you're interested in sports designs, you don't need to get sued. You don't need to get a trademark infringing strike on Etsy. You can make sales on Etsy completely legally. Let's jump in. In this video, I'm going to be using a niche research tool called EverBee. I really like using EverBee. Here I've typed into the keyword research tool football. We can see the monthly search volume on Etsy. The competition is almost 1 million. That gets us a very low keyword score. If I do something similar with hockey, for example, we'll see the search volume in the competition. So the big challenge is to find search terms and niches that people are actually looking for, because most people are not going to go into Etsy and just search for the word hockey. They have a specific idea in mind. So I've got 5 niches on how you can really take advantage of the sports world completely legally. Niche number 1 is to use a search term for a relative. Here's an example on EverBee. I've typed in football mom, gives me back 1,600 search volume. Competition's a little over 140,000. That gets me a keyword score a little bit above 0. We can type in other relatives as well. Football aunt, for example, gets us a higher keyword score. So you can use your imagination and come up with all sorts of different relatives, and you'll see different keyword scores depending on the popularity of the search term. When you're on Etsy, you really want to push your imagination to think about different sports and different relatives. So here's one that may not come to mind immediately. This is lacrosse and mom. So here we can see right in the title, lacrosse mom shirt, weekends, coffee, and lacrosse. This is so far monthly sales 4, total sales 165. Here's a funny one. I can't. My kids have practice, a game, or something. It's just text. We can see here 17 views in the last 24 hours. The monthly sales are actually 22. Total sales 369. And here's one that's just getting started. This is hockey and don't puck with me. A tiny little graphic there, mostly text. And we can see total sales so far is 4 on a pretty good price point here on a sweatshirt. So I'd really encourage you to take a look at different sports and different relatives and mix and match them and see what comes up, because you may be surprised at some of the niches that have some opportunity. Niche number 2 is stadium blueprint. Here we can see on EverBee, the monthly search volume is 52, competition 797. But I want to point out when we go on Etsy, not all of that is very high quality competition. The keyword score here is pretty good at 70. So don't be intimidated if you see a high competition number. You want to go on to Etsy and make sure that they're direct competitors and they're not just stuffing keywords in. Here's a similar search term. This is arena blueprint, search volume 8, and the keyword score is 40. And here's yet another one, sports stadiums blueprints, plural. So the search volume is not huge. However, you're going to see very little high quality competition. Okay, so the first example is not print on demand, but if you're crafty with woodworking, this can be amazing. So here we've got 8 sales on a custom NFL stadium travel map. Now I'd like to point out there is no trademarked items on this map. It's just cities and it's just football. There's nothing in here with NFL logos. There's no trademarked infringing items. It's just a map and some footballs and some text. Here's another one. This is a custom wooden United States map, but in this case it features Major League Baseball. And again, there's nothing on here that's indicating it's MLB. Now, yes, in the description it does say MLB Stadium map. However, there's nothing in here that's trademarked infringing. on the actual product. We can see here total sales 111, pretty good price point here at 125 Canadian dollars. From a print on demand perspective here, we can see this one's Michigan Stadium. This is a Michigan Stadium blueprint vintage college football print. There's no University of Michigan trademark on here showing on the print. This is just a building, and buildings are not generally trademarked. Of course, I'm going to throw out the legal disclaimer. You want to double check. 243 sales. Here's a really nice one. This is Lambeau Field. And again, double check. I don't see any NFL logos. I don't see any Green Bay Packers mentioned. This is just a stadium. It's a building. And here we've got a beautiful blueprint. And this is $44.74, 249 sales. It's a great addition. Look at the way that this is built. It's vintage. It's got some distressing around the edges. I love the way this looks. So if you're good with Photoshop or Affinity Photo and you can create designs like this, you can really clean up on Etsy because people are actively searching for these and there's not a lot of competition. Niche number 3 is to search for funny designs. Now, I don't mean literally the word funny. So here I've typed in funny football. You're going to see back a relatively low search volume and a relatively high competition. The keyword score is not awful, but it's certainly not great at 10. What you want to do, though, is look for rude, sarcastic designs on Etsy and then see what people are searching for in that world. So here's a better example. I've typed in New York Jets, which is a football team in the NFL. New York Jets funny. And we can see here the keyword score comes back at 40. I happen to be a Jets fan. Yes, I feel sorry for myself because they're just horrible. But here's a couple examples of some funny NFL-related items without trademark infringement. So here we can see a logo that says rebuilding since 1970. It doesn't actually say the New York Jets. Now look, it's a green t-shirt with white text and it's got the little Jets logo at the very top, but it's not close enough that it's going to be infringing. Now look, I'm not a lawyer, so I guess I could be wrong. Here we've got 75 total sales, 20 plus views in the last 24 hours. This is definitely a very popular item with Jets fans because we're all in it together, trauma bonding over the terrible football team. Here's another one. This says, just endure the suffering. And of course, you can read the colorful text along the left-hand side. They've got Jets fan shirts, football fanatic, sarcastic football. This one's got 95 sales. And again, there's nothing on here to indicate that it's purely the New York Jets. It could be some other team named the Jets. So you have to dance up to the line where obviously people know you're talking about the New York Jets, but legally you can't prove it. But these can be really fun to make because if you're connecting with fans on an emotional level, especially a negative emotional level, like we all are so frustrated at the Jets, then this can be a great way to make some sales. Here's another example. This one says Dallas sucks unisex short sleeve. Now, obviously it doesn't say that on the t-shirt. It says, can I buy a vowel? Now look, is this trademark infringing on Wheel of Fortune? Possibly. Is it trademark infringing on the Dallas Cowboys? No, because it doesn't say Dallas Cowboys. It just says Dallas sucks. Maybe it's an NBA shirt. Maybe it's the Dallas Pee Wee football team. I don't know. But obviously, people who don't like the Dallas Cowboys are going to be attracted to this shirt. Here's 286 sales over the life of this listing. Niche number 4 is personalized products. And here we can see on EverBee, when I've typed in personalized volleyball, I get back a pretty good search volume. Keyword score is 20. And you can do this for other sports as well. We can see here personalized hockey gets back a keyword score of 20. And something like personalized swimming gets us back a keyword score of 30. So here's a great example where it all comes together. Great thumbnails, great listing, great keywords, and it's personalized. This is personalized volleyball stickers, custom decals, $4.89, 762 sales so far. So what you would do is pick your sticker, pick your name, pick your number, and it's just like having a little you on your water bottle. Here's the same deal for men. You can have different uniforms, different names, different numbers. So here you've got hair color, hairstyle, name, number, jersey color, and then even a different color volleyball. So these are great gifts for people because it kind of looks like you, but because it doesn't show the face, people will fill in the blanks and go, oh, this is me. For $4.89, the male uniforms, this has got 50 sales so far. So they're doing great. Here's one that's a personalized poster. So the idea here is that you'd pick a body type and a hair type, a name. We can see here, here's all the different options, even with different skin tones. Isn't that cool? It's $9.73. They've made over 900 sales so far. This is a fantastic idea, especially for gifts, which is a big driver on Etsy. Niche number 5 is life lessons. Now, what do I mean by that? Here I've typed into EverBee hockey life lessons. You'll see a very low search volume, but very, very low competition. That gets us a keyword score of 100. And here we can see for baseball life lessons, the search volume is a little bit better. Keyword score is really good at 140. So this is not a huge niche by any stretch, but the people who do look for this are very interested. I'm going to show you some examples. Okay, on Etsy, here's a boy ice hockey life lessons art print. It says things like, you've got what it takes, but it will take everything you've got. Being disciplined pays off. So this is like a motivational fine art print that you'd put up. You can do personalized or generic, right-handed or left-handed. That's pretty cool. You type in your options here and the different prices come up. Here we can see there's 39 total sales, and it's just a template. So whenever you get an order, you just update the template, and then you can kick off the print on demand process to get the physical item shipped to the client's house. Here's a similar one. This is baseball life lessons. Same thing. We've got a guy standing here. You can put your name and your number on it. But the general idea here is we've got motivational quotes. You play how you practice. Communication is crucial to succeed. This one really irritates me because I am Canadian and because I like hockey. This one says, I am a goalie. We've got 24 sales. And check out this picture. This is horrific. The goaltender's actually backwards, so they've shifted the player's jersey around and made him looking backwards. These pads are facing forwards, so this is not even a proper picture. And he's holding a regular stick. He's not even holding a goalie stick. So this irritates me to no end. But you can see even here, we've got 24 total sales. So people are looking for these and they're buying these. There is opportunity here to make better products. And if you make a superior product, you can make sales because the stuff that's on Etsy, sometimes they're not perfect and there's areas to improve. I really hope you found this video walkthrough helpful. I love using EverBee. I use it to sell digital designs, print-on-demand designs, and also physical goods. I find EverBee's fun to use. It's very intuitive, and it's very useful. I found some great niches. I'll put a link in the video description below. Here's another video that you'll find helpful that shows the powers of EverBee.